Hey there everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to make a nice tabletop salt cellar out of this beautiful redbud log. This thing has been sitting around for a while. It's nice and dry, has some terrific heartwood grain to it, so I'm anxious to kind of turn it down to past that sapwood and get to that heartwood. It's got that one little knot up top. Should be interesting to see if we get some grain or some cracking out of it, but let's get rolling and find out what this piece has to offer. Going to start this between center and use a roughing gouge to see if we can get this down to a nice cylinder. And again, I'm trying to take a good amount of this sapwood off to where, or all of it actually, to where we're just left with the heartwood. Wanted to get a tenon on it soon so I could turn this around and put it in the chuck so it's a lot more secure. I've been looking for a parting tool recently, and I found this one. It's from FindBuyTool. It's the M2 Cryo high-speed steel. Beefy, nice sturdy tool. I was anxious to really try this out. So this is my first time using this. I have heard really good things, and we'll see if it passes muster. Going to make an initial parting cut where the base is to your right and the lid will be to the left. Again, see how this tool does. I did a relief cut, although I will tell you this did not need a relief cut. It wasn't binding or anything. It would have gone all the way through if I wanted to actually part it off at this point. But I actually want to make a little bit of a tenon on the inside there, so I've got one extra one on each side. But yeah, really impressed with this tool. Very beefy and not wobbly at all. Gonna cut it off part it off all the way, and start flattening out the what will be the top of my the base of my salt cellar. Still trying to get a lot of that sapwood gone so we can see the more of the heartwood. I've never turned redbud before, so this is my first time working with this species of wood. Very nice. Once you get into that heartwood, I will say it's pretty hard, and I found that you just really need to go slow and keep the tools nice and sharp. So kind of establishing where the actual inside of the bowl will be, and I left just that very small step for the lid of the salt cellar. And this one, the way I'm designing it, the lid itself will sit all the way on the inside. It will not be flush with the outside walls of the salt cellar. Little smoothing with the round carbide just to make sure that it's nice in there when you put your fingers in there and grab salt. We're going to hit it with some sandpaper and start getting to the point where we can finish the outside. Using just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol after the sanding to make sure we get all the dust off and everything before I do any of the friction polish or anything like that. Very pretty grain, this red bud. That one big knot was the knot on the outside of the log when we saw it initially. I'm going to go through and with my standard finishing steel wool Scotch pads, and this is a little bit of Danish oil, just going to put on here so we can see the grain and get ready to move on to the lid. This is pretty stuff. It had a lot of character to it. Got a little bit of worm damage, but I decided not to take this thing any smaller than what it was. I'm going to part it off again with my nice new tool. I will leave a link in the description for this tool. If you're interested, check it out. Again, highly recommend it. It cut through this thing like butter. No relief cut, no nothing. I just took my time, held it with one hand, and supported the salt cellar bowl with the other, and that was it. Super clean. Yeah, this thing's a champ. So we're going to turn it around and see if we can get the bottom nice and flat as the little headings go. Sorry about the bad camera angle here. Certainly not my forte, clearly, the filming portion. Now it's time to get what will be our lid for the salt cellar into the chuck, and we'll start working on that. I kind of marked the diameter of what will roughly be the outside of this lid with the pencil, and I am going to hollow it out a little bit so it's not heavy when it's all said and done. Now kind of bringing in the diameter and just stopping to check, see when it fits inside my base. Just a little bit at a time. And I think we got it. So now we'll take the rest of it down to that same diameter. And we'll move to hollowing out that lid. So this portion that you're seeing right now is going to be what goes into the base. You'll notice I put a step, a nice square step on the inside there. That's so when I turn this around and work on what will be the top, I can use my chuck and expand it like that's a mortise. So again, here we go. We'll turn it around and just expand the jaws, and now I can finish off the top, or what will be the top. This wood turned very nicely. It was a pleasure to work with. Again though, very hard. So stop and sharpen, stop and sharpen. I changed the design about 20 times while I was doing this. I'd love to say that I have this master plan every time I start working on a piece, but that would be disingenuous. So a lot of times I just start going a different direction, and if I like the way it's going, I'll follow that. That's how it was with this one. Going to start our sanding now and get ready to finish off this lid. Steel wool and medium Scotch pad, fine Scotch pad, before we do any kind of oil or anything like that. Again, this is the Danish oil. Yeah, lovely grain. There we have it, folks. Nice little salt cellar, suitable for the table and very functional. If you like what you saw, please smash that like button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out, get notifications. Really, really appreciate all the support, and thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye now.